Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I hope everybody's really doing well. And yeah, Bitcoin is bouncing right now. And as I mentioned, on Saturday that I'm expecting a weekend bounce to 62.4. Did not give us the weekend bounce, chopped a bit, but it held the May opens very nicely, very nicely. 60,600 was held, and we did bounce now. So I was expecting a weekend bounce, but did not give us the weekend bounce. But right now on the Monday we are bouncing, which is quite good actually, because I did mention, in my channel as well, that this is like an irregular expanded flat. Now I would not go on the heart and time frame, ladies and gentlemen. I think we already discussed, the heart and time frame as to what we can anticipate, what is the weekly looks like. Everything is very clear. We have a very interesting, very interesting pennant as well over here, which is good. The question over here we need to ask ourselves on Bitcoin is that monthly open is being defended very nicely. People feels like this is an inverse head and shoulder. Positive result is there, but I do think that we are still in a bigger accumulation, which is going to still lead a pump towards $69,000 and maybe even 70K in the month of May itself, in my view. So I expect Bitcoin to give us that bounce so that we can literally exit, and probably we can just sell all our spot bags. I would just personally sell my spot bags and just go in USDT fully, because currently I am having 90 to 92% exposure to Bitcoin, bought at 16,800, 39,000 and 61,450. I also have a current margin long from 61,450, 50% long only because 50% I booked at $65,000, as you guys knows it. I gave you that as well. And also I do think that right now it is in profits. It's still in profits. I do expect on the lower time frame that we need to dump to 57,500 to 58,500 for a better move on an upside towards $69,000. Now this is how it looks like, but let's just go into the lower time frame, guys. I would not be looking for the midterm and everything, because you guys know about it, whatever plans. There is no change in the plan, guys. So in the lower time frame, if you look at the Bitcoin, guys and gentlemen, I do think at this point we are expecting, or I'm expecting Bitcoin to pump it up to 64,400, 64,500 minimum. So do not try to short it. Then why do I feel that it's going to do that? Now let's try and understand. Well, if you look at here, this was a clean ABC move from a dump of 65K. This was a clean ABC. And then you got a 5-wave move on an upside, which is A, and sharp move on the downside, 5 waves downside, which is B. And again, we are getting another, some sort of 5 waves on an upside, which is clean in my view, some sort of a, irregular expanded flat. So hence I'm expecting BTC to do something like this, a very interesting harmonic, which is also known as cipher. Now this is a very interesting irregular expanded flat scenario, meaning that this is bounce. Yes, the bounce is good. Yes, it is good, but this bounce is likely going to be dumped very hard on everyone. That's like a, it's in my view, this is very simple. It just goes to $64,500 at this point, in my view. So I think what we are going to do on the lower time frame, this is another ABC. So practically you got this is another waves A, 5 wave on the downside, wave B, and we are getting a C wave here with an impulsive move, which is wave C. So practically after this wave C, I'm expecting a very nice and impulsive move on the downside, which is going to be wave 1. Wave 2 is going to be choppy, and then wave 3 is going to come, bluster 59K and go down to $58,000, $57,000. Now this is a very tricky part, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to delete for this one, or hide maybe. Oh shit, sorry. So yeah, that's going to be a little tricky over here, because as we know that wave B is always tricky. You guys know it now, right? So the wave B that we got here is a clean irregular expanded flat. Now this was a very small irregular expanded flat. Just imagine, in case if BTC wants to do a bigger irregular expanded flat, how would it do? Yes, it might probably even sweep the lows right here, a chop a little bit, and then as we are seeing a pump up here, a similar sort of a pump can happen towards $65,000. So nevertheless, I think $57,000 to $57,500 to $57,000 is a good levels for Bitcoin, with an invalidation under $56,000. with a take profit target of a minimum take profit target would be 63,900, and in case if you're lucky, we can even get 69,000 to 70k levels as well. So that's what the plan for now for Bitcoin, guys. So do not try to short it. I think the bounces we get, any retest we get, short got a very nice long, but I don't know why he closed it actually. We would have made good money on that, or recovered a good percentage of profits on what do you say, the prop fund challenge, but that's fine. I'll also try to give it another scalp basically. So I'm expecting a very interesting retest of some levels because if you look at the 15 minutes time frame, this is a very clean impulsive move. So I'm expecting a retest of somewhere around 62,100 to $62,200 levels. That retest is going to give us a nice impulsive move on Bitcoin towards 64.4. So I'm expecting, a little bit cool off, in the London session, and then a run up like this further to 64,400 in the New York session. The Monday range develop, and then we chop here for like a day or two, and then we start dumping like this. Now this is a alternate. This is like a bear case scenario for Bitcoin on the lower term time frame. A bull case scenario, which at present I don't have it, but let's say we have a bull case scenario. The bull case scenario would be that this move is wave A over here, this is wave B over here, and this is a sharp move on the downside, which is wave C. The bottom is in. This is your bottom. We already started a new impulsive move, wave C, towards $69,000. So a bullish scenario for Bitcoin is flip 64,900. Basically, if you flip these levels, 64,900, yes, then we will be aiming for an upside of $67,000 to $69,000 at that point of time. But for now, we are following this harmonic. The harmonic itself is very, very valid at this point. So basically, right now, my plan is only for $64,400 to $64,500 max at this moment. If it flips 64.9, yes, it's going to run back turbo to $66,000, $67,000, and even it can go to $69,000 as well. So that's the plan, ladies and gentlemen, for Bitcoin. Now let's talk about the Ethereum as well. Ethereum went to my target of $2,880. For those who got it, congratulations. For those who didn't get it, I don't know what to say, but yeah, 2,880 is a good level. So what we can expect next for Ethereum, ladies and gentlemen, I do think at this point, Ethereum just most likely got a very nice engulfing candle, a bullish engulfing candle on 4 hours. So basically, this is really bullish, and I think this is likely a bottom. I would like to see any retest of any retest towards 2,935, 2,900. And we can long it towards the naked POC, the daily naked POC that we have around 3,075. So I'm expecting it to go somewhere around these levels for Ethereum, and from there I would like to see another pullback, maybe, because it's very close to 0.886. BTC not seems to be done, so I would like to see it sweeping the lows from there, or it can even just have a little bit more push, like it can go to 3,114 or something like this. But this is what I anticipate. So right now I'm bullish. I'm expecting it to pump it up to 3,114 to 3,150. Any retracement you get for Ethereum from 2,941 to 2,925, you should be looking for longs. FET is a hold, guys. FET is having a very good bounce over here with a V-shaped recovery, and that's a very good bounce. We're just gonna hold our spot bags. We're gonna hold our coin margin longs, because I feel that this was a clean A, B, and C. So if this is like a bottom, for FET, so this is like, in my view, this is a very nice triangle formation, B, and then you got a C. So that's like a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and we run it up to 2.8. Similarly for RNDR as well, it's looking really good at this point, but as I mentioned, I would like to see a retest of $10, and this is a very bullish structure, guys. I mean, if you look at my if you go to the pattern channel, there is a corner in my Discord where I have identified various types of patterns based on this Bitcoin and how those pattern plays out. You will find a very interesting pattern. This pattern is a very interesting pattern. You'll find it, and this pattern normally plays out with a pump up like this. So I think any retest of our RNDR towards a 10.7 to 10.6 can be a good scalp with a stops under 10.3 with a take profit target of $12.5 to $13. That's what you should be aiming for RNDR, ladies and gentlemen. So let's try and catch some scalps, for basically RNDR as well. overall, I think the market is looking good. If you look at the total too, guys, it's still under the equilibrium and it's still bearish. There is no bullishness over here. But once it flips the equilibrium of 1.05 trillion or $0.5 trillion on daily, the bull case scenario is going to be active for alts and Ethereum actually, which means that ETH BTC is still looking for a very interesting move on an upside. But for now we have lost it. So the yellow count is very, very likely at this point. We have lost it over here, and so I would say there is still a chance that Bitcoin dominance is going to run up and Ethereum is going to follow the yellow path. So I would say right now the most favorable position you should be having is Bitcoin and alts based on their alts dominance chart. So for example, FET.D, look at the FET dominance chart. If it is bullish, you should have FET. Similar, a lot of alts would have that. INJ, it went very close to the green but rejected so far, and we just swept the lows as well. Overall making a very interesting M pattern over here, which is really, really good. I still believe the INJ is still can retest the levels of 27.2, but I'm not going to long it. I'm not going to buy it. My buy for RNG, as I mentioned last time as well, once it flips 27.6, we buy, else we don't. Very simple. Talking about the total 3 as well, ladies and gentlemen, it's still under the equilibrium. Now, you can probably ask me that why are we not bullish on total? I will be very, very bullish once it flips the equilibrium of $682 billion. Once it flips, we are going to buy alts because that is where my money is going to be at that point of time. But for now, pass, hard pass. USD dominance, ladies and gentlemen, the plan for the USD dominance is now that we got a 5-way move on the downside. Now this can be A, B, C. Honestly, this can be A, B, and this can be C, but I don't see this is A, B, C. What I'm seeing is this is some sort of a wave A over here, irregular expanded flat, A, B over here, and we are going for a wave C over here. So most likely I'm expecting USD dominance to do something like this, and this is very, very, very interesting for a USD DOM. So practically this is very interesting irregular expanded flat that I'm watching I've never seen this sort of a very, very close irregular expanded flat, but yeah, we have got it, so we have to deal with it. So that's a very clean irregular expanded flat. I'm expecting USD dominance to do something like this, as I mentioned, a little bit push up, further down, can even go to 786, fine, and then one more push up to 786. So we are playing 786, and from there we dump it back down to 4% level. So overall I'm bearish on a midterm time frame for USD. I'm expecting it to go to 4% levels. After that we should get a big bounce towards 6.2. So on hard term time frame, I'm very bullish on USD DOM. Very, very bullish in the sense I'm expecting it to bump it up to 6.2 to 7% levels, guys. This is going to literally kill Bitcoin, literally kill the market in coming days if it happens. So the overall hard term time frame, I'm very bullish on USD dominance, guys. If you look at the weekly time frame over here, just look at the weekly time frame on USD dominance. Just look at here. So weekly we closed a very bullish candle on the weekly as well. We also try to close weekly above the green line like a support. So right now I would say we can still have a push up on weekly towards 49-50% levels, and after which we can dump it back down to blue levels. But I expect the blue levels to come, which means that the blue level is going to give us US dominance to 4% levels. When that happens, we get out of the market, try shorting it, and then it's gonna run it back turbo, because this is your bottom in my view. Any retest we get of RSI based MA or blue box is where their short opportunities or take profit opportunities would be, and that is going to happen. The retest is going to come probably in next few days. The retest is going to come. Similarly, if you look at the daily time frame chart for USD DOM, still the USD dominance is on the daily is bearish, honestly. That I'm expecting to go to 4%, 4.15 to 4% levels. Why? Because the if you look at the RSI over here, RSI is bearish, and we rejected from the RSI based MA. So I'm expecting it to go to 50% levels, and from there we will see if we do get a bounce or not. But overall, I think for now that I'm expecting Bitcoin to pump it up to 64.5. Do not try to short it or you will get wrecked at this point. A harmonic is very strong. I'm expecting it to push it up to 64.5 minimum. So any dip you get towards 62.1 to 62.3, we long it for a scalp with invalidation under 60.8, 61k, and we let it right to 64.4. That would be our scalp for US Bitcoin. You know, that's what we should be aiming for today. Ladies and gentlemen, I've given you access to all the indicators except one, that's oscillator. Today, a lot of people I've started already giving access. So I'll be giving access to the rest of the people who have not got access for the oscillators one. And also, as I mentioned, we are going live for the trend catcher screener. So I would cordially invited you guys, for everyone, basically, because this screener is something nobody has made it, because people just want to take money from you guys. You pay as a subscriber in any other Discord, they make they make money from it and they enjoy. I don't make money from this subscription, guys. $20, $21 don't make any money, actually. You guys know it. Even $34. So basically, whatever I get from the subscription, I just keep on investing in screeners, indicators, and I'm maintaining it, because I have AWS database, and it takes monthly a lot of money to keep on running it, the bots and everything. So guys, this is what you guys are paying for. You're not paying for anything, basically, or I'm not making anything out of it, honestly speaking. I'm sure who knows about it. So I'll be very transparent. This is a screener, guys. You need to attend the launch event. It's a request. Attend it, guys. One of the best screener, and you will be shocked how you can literally catch the trends using those screener. Everything you have it. Divergence screener, you have it. Breaker screener, you have it. The breaker screener is nothing but the support and resistance levels, and it gives you a very interesting, a very interesting and a very accurate support and resistance levels on Bitcoin and everything else. Our AI signal bots is absolutely doing amazing with the work, and try to catch the signal as well on the AI signal bot. It gave a short signal. I played the short signal as well, make some quick buck, and I was just waiting for it to give us some sort of a very interesting long. So I played some short signal based on the bot, but it just printed a lot of short at 61,122. From there 61,122, I booked profits around 60,700, 60,800 on the monthly May opens, basically, and it went up. So right now our AI bot is giving a lot of compound long signals for silver. It's very bullish on silver at this point. Even I am very bullish on silver, as I mentioned. 32, 31 is my target for silver, ladies and gentlemen. So I think, I think we should be looking for some move on and upside for Bitcoin to a 64.5, $65,000. 64.5, sorry, not 65. Okay, 64.5 to 64.6 max. We should not go above 64.9, because if we go above 64.9, it opens door for $67,000, $69,000. This means the bottom is in, and then at that point of time. So that's what. Do not try to short it. We look for buying the dip opportunity. So that's the plan for today's stream, guys, and that's the plan for today. If you like the stream, please press the like button, guys, and honestly speaking, if BTC is gonna pump, everything else is going to go, my friend. USD dominance is gonna go down, so every also is going to move. Now some also might move very quick, very hard. Some might not move. Some might move very slow. It all depends, but overall they are gonna move, actually. So one thing also you need to understand is ETH BTC have lost the levels. It has lost these levels. ETH Bitcoin, where is the ETH Bitcoin chart? Yeah, it has lost this level, so making it a really bearish chart. Honestly, this is not bullish now, because still it is under green line. It is very bearish, and hence, if you're having a high exposure in alt, then you have to just think it, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times. Why? Because any single dip on Bitcoin of 1% also are gonna go wrecked. They're gonna dump 2-3% easily. So you have to be very careful, and also I will be exiting my coin margin long position, as well as I'll be selling my Bitcoin spots that I bought at 61,450. When it goes to 64.4, 64.5, when it goes to 64,000, I'll just sell it. I'll book profits, because I have already paid some good fees on coin margin. We have made already good money. With the 50%, we closed at $65,000. So now it's time for us to book it here. If we are wrong, we will rebuy it above 65K or open another coin margin longs above 65K. But if we are right, we are going to buy it at 57,000. The probability of 57,000 is very high at this point, and from there, because you need more choppiness, bearish engulfing candle, we have it, so we need to play that way actually. So that's all for today's stream, guys. I hope you loved it, and stay with the plan, guys. Stay focused. Whatever the scalps we get, I'm just gonna give you. Okay. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a nice day. Take care.